Today is Monday, June 20th. It is Juneteenth. I should be resting. But I'm not. I spent all day running around Manhattan looking at 350 square foot studios for the prices of $5,000 and up. Don't you just love the sound of fire trucks and people fighting? Good afternoon. I am tuning in live from the Thick Apple, here looking at hamster cages, because they're not apartments, they are hamster cages. I have been here looking at various apartments for a boost to my creativity. I cannot create any stories in the state of Texas, because there is no story. The story is that I am a 26-year-old going on 66, living in a very, very, very small place, and I am trying too hard to fast forward my retirement because I worry a lot about what comes next. There's no reason to be worrying about that so soon. I should be out here dancing on random people at karaoke Boho Orchard, then running away when they try to talk to me after paying for my drink. I should not be worrying about things like marriage right now. I need to get my shmoney, okay, and worry about getting my honey later, okay? So this video is not as thorough as I would like, because I would love to take you on like 6 to 7 apartments. There was no way. Every time I went to go see an apartment, there was a line of at least 20 people there. For what? Like, they're in line for like a Beyonce concert. No, it's some dingy walk-up without a washer and dryer in the unit, not even a real kitchen. It's a kitchenette, some American Girl doll house looking ass place, and they're in line. I refuse to stand in line. I don't like lines. I don't like lines. Anywho, I ended up narrowing down my search to 3 different places. One was this really cute, luxurious hamster cage at Central Park South in one of those fancy buildings. The other one is somewhere in Upper East Side, like the proper Upper East Side, kind of closer to the park, which is really hard to find. And then, oh yes, Upper Yorkville, like right on the cusp, right before it becomes East Harlem. I'm going to first show you that one, so let's talk about it. This is the pool area.
You decide to join at $750 per person for the year.
Okay.
And it includes the pool. It includes the roof deck here, which I'm going to show
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at her.
Yeah.
Yes. Amazing.
So they have that, and this is a view. Very nice.
Beautiful. Is that Astoria?
Yes.
And, yeah. Do you have Wi-Fi in this common
Yes.
area?
Mhm.
Oh, yes. So the Yorkville apartment was actually gorgeous in person. I would totally rent it. It's just a little bit off the beaten path. So Yorkville is technically kind of from like upper 77s to technically 96th Street. This place is right on 96th Street. Like, I mean, it is right there. And you could tell that it's becoming East Harlem because all the $1,000 strollers go away and then you start to see people who look normal. It was beautiful. The only thing is, this place had really long elevator wait times. Like, I'm talking, I was there for at least 6 minutes waiting for the elevator. Time is money. If I'm in New York City, I'm not going to sit there and get stuck in an elevator. They have really bad reviews only about the elevator. Everything else is great. The view is gorgeous. Look at that. Very sunny and bright unit. Gorgeous for taking selfies. People keep laughing at me walking by. You're laughing now, but wait, I'm going to have my own nighttime show. I'm going to have a studio audience in Chelsea. Y'all laugh at me now, just wait. If you want to move into this place, it's called Normandy Park. They require 50 times the rent though, 50. 50, not 40. 50 times the rent. How are these people affording this? I don't know. I do know. According to TikTok, people are forging their paperwork. They're doing all sorts of things on Photoshop to make the 50 times the rent requirement. But New Yorkers, and anyone listening who wants to move to New York City, they are 5 steps ahead now. I just applied for a different place, which is not in this video, and they made me connect my bank account through this third-party app. It then pulled up all the money in my savings account, checking, business savings, and any assets I have, which are pretty much none except for a good personality. That's the level that they're on here. You pretty much need to be ready to buy a house to get a simple apartment here, which is ridiculous. So is it worth it? I mean, I still think so, because I came back after living a wonderful life in Texas for the past year and other places. I know what it does to me. It creates this amazing energy within. It's not going to help you if you don't already have it, though. Like, I already have the oomph to go after what I want, so New York City just gives you that extra kick. That's why I'm here looking for apartments. Anywho, we're gonna move on to the next one. So this one's funny. I actually couldn't record in this one, and it's for a really weird reason. When I walked in, they had signs saying no cell phones, no, cameras, no photography. And I was like, all right, we're getting bougie. Maybe celebrities live here. It's possible, but I think it's just because it's just an old, dated building, and they're very, classic. Now, this is good because I like no drama, right? It was just one room. I walk in. I have to describe it for you because I don't have a picture. I'll find it on Street Easy and put it here. Hello, doggy. Sorry, I had to say hi to a dog. So this apartment was one room. I don't even know how many square feet it was. It was at least, I think it was 390. I don't know. But I asked him, so where would I put a bed? He's the owner of it. He goes, I slept on a twin bed. Something I will say, since being back, is that I understand the dynamic between living in New York City and being here versus, living elsewhere, on the outskirts in Connecticut, whatever. I could get such a nice place if I went out to Connecticut, if I went upstate, if I went to even Maplewood, New Jersey, anywhere. But the point of being here, whether you're a creative or not, is to get that momentum going. You're not going to feel it if you go all the way out to Long Island or anywhere else. I want to keep being that pageant queen for you all, the online YouTube pageant, meme queen, who will help you believe in your dreams. Because I, again, come from a very normal background, unlike most rich YouTubers here who are just vlogging their already fabulous lives. I want to keep being that person who can motivate you, because that's what makes me happy. I like to serve others. That's my is that a love language? That's my purpose in life. My purpose is to make other people happy and feel inspired, because that's just what comes natural. I think everyone has their purpose, whether you found it or not. That's mine. Anyway, so I'm back here to serve my own purpose, plus make more money, obviously. But it just feels good. And some girl just came up to me. I get approached all the time here, and they're so nice and chill. Really kind people here. The tone has changed. I mean, yeah, I did just get called a bitch earlier for no reason and was told to talk like a black person, like a black girl bitch. But it's a lot more chill than before.
Then the unthinkable happened. Finally, good news after competing against trust fund babies and walking around Manhattan all day, breaking in my new Chanel stamp steppers. I finally got an apartment. I walked in, I'm not showing it here, but listen to the keys jingle. That's a good jingle right there. That just resonated with me. This place felt like home the minute I walked in. You know when you just know when you know? It's that sensation when you walk into Eataly and you see your favorite wine bottle on display. It spoke to me, and I got a little attached to it. I stayed in there a long time. I did my measuring tape. I even did a K-pop dance. And then I went back to my hotel in the cab thinking, wow, I am proud of myself. I came so far. The Stampede, thank you. You stopped so I could walk. You did everything for me. I was about to cry. Look at me. I was getting all emotional. And then these fuckers said, just kidding. We can't approve your application because you're self-employed and you can't prove that you actually make 40 times the rent guaranteed.
All I want to say is they don't really care about us. First of all, today is Monday, June 20th. It is Juneteenth. I should be resting. But I'm not. I spent all day running around Manhattan looking at 350 square foot studios for the prices of $5,000 and up. This is the pickle that I'm in. My CPA wrote a letter the best he could. He's just like, hey, this is the amount that she earned last year. He was too honest here. He said, I can't predict that she's going to make the same amount this year, which is true. But she's provided you contracts. This is how she makes her living. I haven't even eaten dinner. I haven't had lunch. I'm just so stressed out right now, and I shouldn't be stressed out. It's a holiday. It is a literal black holiday, and I'm stressed out over not getting approved of these ugly apartments, or maybe getting approved. I don't know. We'll see. I don't like waiting. Because I've already mentally decided that I don't want to go back to San Diego or Texas, and I want to break a lease in San Diego and be here. Because I need to do things that need to be done here. I want world domination, and I threw in the towel too early because it was tiring. It was really tiring hustling. In order to make that much money from AdSense in 1 year, or 2 years, I should say, took everything out of me, and I was just tired, and I wanted to throw in the towel and go somewhere calm. And I did, and I'm ready to go back in. Do you see what I mean? You're never going to be happy as a creator because you're like, I want this, but I also want to chill. I want this. I want this. I want both. There's a time and place. I'm only going to be sexy and cute and 26 and fabulous and gorgeous once in my life. And it doesn't make any sense to be throwing in the towel so soon to live in the suburbs. I have to leave. I have to leave. I need to be here. Fingers crossed I got approved. I gave everything I could. We gave a CPA letter. I gave a hair and blood sample. I gave my all. I'm like, I will sing for you. I will bake for you. What do you need? There's nothing else. They need to approve it. If they don't, they are literally just discriminating. And even though it says, oh, we don't discriminate, they do. They do, 100%. They're like, in their heads, probably, why would we have someone who technically is a contractor when we can have someone who makes the same amount of money, or even less, but it's guaranteed? But nothing in life is guaranteed. They can get fired. So yeah, that's the tea on getting an apartment when you're an influencer. I've never had an issue anywhere else though, by the way. Not even LA. LA, it's more common, so they don't care. Texas, easiest thing ever. You know what was funny? Buying a house is easier than trying to rent an apartment in New York City. Will I get it? Who knows? Stay tuned. See, this is like a TV show. My life here is a TV show. Oh, hello everybody. This is still Kelly Stamps. I'm still here. Somehow I am still standing after the worst experience ever in my 26 years of living apartment hunting. You're probably wondering, where are you right now? I came up to Boston as a last resort because it was so hard finding an apartment. I was only able to actually apply to one place because every time I went somewhere and found a place that I liked, there was a line of 15 to 16 people there. And even if you do manage to get to the front of the line for any of these places, someone's already offering 2 years up front. My question is to you, spoiled kid from Fairfield, Connecticut, why not just buy? Leave renting available for the rest of us who do not have millions in the bank account yet to put down a place in New York City. But here's the issue. There's a serious crisis going on. New York City landlords and building owners, whatever, Wall Street, whoever's in charge here, they are just trying to get their pick of the litter of who they want living in the city. They only want filthy rich people earning at least like $600,000, $700,000 a year with 9-to-5 jobs, or more like 9 to 9. Just people who are Wall Street types, very well paid private practice doctor types. I don't know how people are getting approved because I'm gonna put this here one more time. They wanted me to prove that I make 50 times the rent, not 40, but 50. Now I do, like just enough, but my income changes every month. So they were fighting with me being like, well, what if you don't fulfill these contracts? I said, well, I will. Why are you so negative? They said, well, something can happen. I said, technically, yes. But a salaried worker actually is in a worse position because y'all got fired during COVID, People got laid off. People are always gonna be bored watching the internet. So if anything, I have the most job security technically. Anyway, I pled my case. I basically was like, well, I never had an issue in the past. I never had an issue.
y'all are discriminating, whatever. And I said, y'all made me cry. You hurt my feelings. I fought the good fight. I got really upset. They told me yes, then they told me no. They told me yes, then they told me no. I was so sad because I got attached to this place. I started measuring it. Oh, I'm checking out now. Thank you. Dang, they came right on time. I thought they'd like wait like 5 minutes or so. Anyway, they told me yes, you have it. I'm like, woo, then they said no. Oh, then it said, yes, you have it. Whoa. So here's the crazy part. After they rejected me just because I don't have traditional employment pay stubs, I was really upset. So I said, why not go to Boston and just go get a reasonably priced studio on Newbury Street, or, well, that's not reasonable, but get a better apartment somewhere else and just say screw it to New York, because these income requirements are insane. Most people can't prove they make 50 times the rent. They basically were like, we took another look at this, and what they really meant was, we looked you up and we see that you're gonna cause a riot if we don't let you move in, so congratulations. I'm like, you're right, I'm petty. Gemini things. Now the big question is, will it be worth it? Absolutely. But will it be worth it next year when they jack up the rent by another $1,000 and I have to go through the process all over again? Will I have to constantly have a guarantor and get one involved? I said, no, I'm not getting a guarantor. I'm not paying those fees when I make enough money. I earned my living. I worked so hard. The Stampede stomped so I could walk. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that's the housing market issue here. They don't want anyone there unless you're filthy rich and have pay stubs to prove it. It was really hard. So if it was hard for me, imagine how hard it is for anyone else with like a normal, lower paying job. I don't understand. I don't know who they're catering towards, just wealthy people. And at least I can get some good content out of it. I want to entertain people more. I want to reach more people. So that's the tea. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to collaborate with all the people again. Okay, I have to go because I see their footsteps. They're getting mad at me, but I'll go get a lobster roll. I don't have to go look in Boston, I guess, because I got approved after they discriminated against me, and then we're like, hurry up before we change our mind, as if that's my problem that they rejected me, and then I got my feelings hurt. It's like when you have a toxic boyfriend or girlfriend and they do something so egregious, and then you end up saying, well, I don't want to talk to you. You hurt my feelings. I need space. And then they're like, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, now talk to me. And you're like, no, I don't want to talk to you. That's what happened with the apartment. Like, how are you gonna discriminate and tell me that I'm not good enough on my application when I make way more than the requirement, and then hurt my feelings, and then I go somewhere else and go apply there and they get all excited about that, and then you come back. You see what I mean? It's a toxic boyfriend, but we love New York. He's always there to hurt us, then reel us back in.